this is me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. I know it has been a while since my last broadcast, but that's all due to my extensive travel. Hopefully, with the new year's of 2024, I can get back on my track and continue sharing with you. So in this very particular episode, I want to talk about how do we apply lack of or excessive of natural energy into our life? Why would I talk about this is in Chinese we believe everything on this planet is created by natural elements, that including us, a human. So when one was born, they're able to provide their date of birth or location of birth, just like how you do it in Zodiac, to find out what are you short of, like what are you lack of in your whole life, like you plan for yourself, or what do you have excessive of. Such means, you could be a whole combination, since we believe everything under the universe is the combination of all the natural elements. Let me refresh your memory. That's basically mean the mineral gold, in Chinese is actually called gold. So gold, earth, water, wood, and fire. So since we're the combination of it, it's only natural everybody will have a different ratio of it. Therefore, their life plan would also be different. In Chinese tradition, we believe since we are able to predict what do you have excess of or what do you have shortage of, we would often recommend you to either, wear more gold, or use more wooden stuff, or even applying on the color, such as you can, if you have shortage of fire, they might recommend you to wear more red or orange color, or if you have shortage of blue, they might suggest you to wear more if you shortage of water, they would suggest you to wear more blue, etc. So same as how you decorate your house, or everything is about balance for Chinese anyway. So if you come to your living space, they might ask you to put more things like plant or water decoration or some gold, etc. So it's a long belief that Chinese people believe, since I have shortage of this natural element, in order to keep my life balanced, or in order to keep me balanced, I will use extensive things to balance it out, right? So as some of you might know, in the past years or so, I've been, spend extensive time studying vibration. It's only then I start to realize, which you already heard me saying that before, everything under the universe is some form of vibration. But also through this whole process of observation, I start to realize all those natural elements also have its own unique vibration itself. So how do we apply to life? Let's say if today I'm shortage of fire, but I'm simply not interested in wearing red. It's just not my color. How can I apply that into my life? Only recently I come up with a very new way of dealing with this matter, not to carry more gold or bring fire torch wherever you go, or alter the color of your preference. You can also use that to apply to your life. Since every nature element has its own unique vibration, that also represent the task that you might have been dealing with in your life. Here is to say, if you have, whether lack of or excessive of certain element of your life, that could also represent us, that is something you have to work on. Remember, something you have more, it could be you are too much of that, so you want to bring to the balance of it, or something you are lack of, that means you something you have to focusing on working on. So here is what I'm gonna give you an example of. Some of you might find yourself like shortage of water. So if you lack a water element, you might have to train yourself to work on flexibility, try to work with other people, try to be more flexible of things. So when that thing is short of in your life, that means that may be something that you have to work on in this very particular life. Why? When you have too much of the water, that flexibility might be too much. That is, you will most likely will accommodate everything that you want or need for other people's need. Therefore, you might have to cut back a little bit. So vice versa, if I ever gonna apply it to anything else, such as fire, for example. If you're shortage of fire, you may have to learn to be courageous of thing, adventurous of thing, or do something bold while your life had excess of it that could represent, you might have to cut back a little bit. That means everything you do is a little bit too much and you have to learn to back off a little bit. So now that's applying to earth. Earth tone itself has something called grounded, right? So same thing, as you short out, you might have to learn to be grounded. Instead of being a daydreamer, you might have to learn to do step at a time, rethink things. While you have too much of the earth element, you may have to try something more impulsive or something more spontaneous rather than always over consider everything that you do. Now let's talk about wood. Wood in the energy wise is different from the dirt, even though they look very similar. When it comes to wood, it has something called rising, developing, growing. So if you are shortage of that, that may mean everything you do, you may want to invest some time to have a full plan, think it through, and nurture everything step at a way before you can develop to something big. So very likely, new idea or new direction or fresh energy, they all fall into the wood energy. While when you have too much of it, that might also mean that you sometimes overplan things too much, and then you do not think about other areas such as being flexible. You may be the person with a lot of principle, always want to follow through things to expect how things should grow or rooted. So then when we go to the last, what am I not cover? I cover the gold, the mineral. The last one, gold. Gold, as we all know, as how we physically see, is hard, stubborn, the way it is. Gold also represents sometimes when people are overconfident of themselves, and then they do not combine with other people well, do not blend with other people well, but simply stay in the box or have a confined form or etc. As how you would predict how mineral is supposed to work. So when one person have shortage in the goal, for example, in life, they might have to consider putting some rules, some boundaries, some foundation of it. Therefore, they would know where their principle, their boundary is, where someone who have too much of it might have to cut down a little bit of those. So anyway, this is just another idea for any of you are interested in knowing, which I think would be a very foreign idea for, English community, but is something like I believe most of Asian community already know for a long time. So if you are interested to know the alternative way to compromising what is a lack of or the essence of the natural element in your life, this is another direction you can take into consideration and think about what you can do other than always have to go to wear the color you don't like or always have to carry something relevant to those natural elements like you have no interest of. So again, if you like what I'm doing, follow, share, and like. See you next time. Bye now.